Ooh, hello. Dude, it's fucking late. And I got all this pent-up energy. Pen up. Go home. Gotta tell the staff to go. If you give me a DM saying something and it's not in the comments, unfollow you. Unfollow you. That's what I'm gonna do. Put whatever you're DMing me into the comments. I need the engagement. I need it. Okay, here's what I want to talk about. Referrals in businesses and do they help? I had a couple conversations with investors, and one investor mentioned they would give me the money. They would give me $500,000 if I used it to incentivize people just to refer other people, right? And we're talking big amounts. We're talking like $500 to refer someone to a software that people are kind of already referring to, but just to supercharge it. And it made me think about something that I had seen that I thought was ridiculous. A buddy of mine referred me to, I think it was Ramp, right? Hey, comment in the comment section if you've heard of Ramp, or you know Ramp, or have heard of a referral bonus working, right? Heavily incentivized, because there's a risk, right? So for this one specifically, it has to do with the lifetime value. I'm not even going to act like this is my idea. This is one of our investors who sent it to me. Okay. All right. So he was talking about a certain amount of people at a certain amount of cost. So if someone gave us $500,000 and we incentivized them, we incentivize people who are kind of already referring as they are right now to our automation builder, $500 upfront, but paid quarterly, I guess would be, because they're just signing up more people. So within 90 days, right? And if we gave people $500 to sign up someone that's essentially paying $200, you're taking the risk that they're going to stay on long term. Some people will cancel, right? But here's one thing you have to realize with that, as he said, I'll have him come on. One, he said, compare giving them that upfront bonus to X percentage of what they pay. I don't think that works necessarily. I heard of this growth strategy that I say what you want about this Andrew Tate guy. I don't know much about him, but he started this thing where he gave people $1,000 up front to share or shit or something. I don't remember. Comment below if you've heard or know this or know anything to do with this. I don't know. But Kyle, I think, told me about this, and it worked. And you take a risk up front because they get all the money up front, right? To where the entrepreneur or the startup or the tech company, whatever, gets the money on the back end. And it takes a lot to get the return on that. And that's what he said. Compare giving them that bonus, right? To their LTV or customer acquisition cost. So if we're paying $500 to acquire them, our LTV or lifetime value, compared to our CAC or our customer acquisition cost, Dave, scissor, this in here. Okay. So if we're paying $500, we need to get at a minimum $600. So they need to be on at a minimum of 3 months, right? So you're risking that someone won't stay at least 3 months. And it's even worse the more you pay for the referral, right? $500 is a lot of money to give someone upfront for referring someone. So I don't know. I'm wondering if we should do something like this. $500 is a lot of money, but someone would be very motivated to do $500 or even $1,000, right? Say you give something ridiculous like $1,000. You have to make sure that a certain number of your customers in a given year will stay. So in 12 months, it's good if 50% of people this early on in a company at $200-$300 a pop will stay. So if half your people, let's do the math on this. So if you take $1,000 a customer, right? And someone gives you $500,000 and you're bringing in 500 customers, right? Dave, math, maybe you do the math. So you're only keeping half of those, right? Just simple math. So half of those are 250, right? All right, so 250 times, if the value for that year is $3,000, which is probably it's about $3,000 a year, is 750 grand. So you spent essentially $500,000, right, to get 750 grand. It's probably a little more than 750 because the other 250 people would spend at least a month or two or three or four or five. So like, but that's worth it. That is $1 in and you're getting, what is that, $1.50 back? Yeah, $1.50 back. $1. So like, yeah, right? Like with numbers, that becomes great. But tell me in the comments, should we do this, number one, if you're seeing this? Maybe we will, and maybe we'll have this and we'll give you $500 to refer someone. But we have crossed 4,000 users. So now we want to incentivize them to share. So let me know if you've heard any of these referrals or an outlandish referral. I think Ramp, to finish earlier, was giving like 200 or $500 away. And I was like, hell yeah, I'll get on that card. And now the card's on my wallet. So thank you so much for your engagement. I love all of you, truly. Keep it coming. Thank you so much to your comments. Some of them are heartfelt, and some of them are like, hey, this guy gives blowjobs in truck stops. So it pushes and it pulls, ebbs and flows. Love them all though, and I respond to them all. So thank you so much. Let me know you're here. Let me know you're watching. If you effing DM me and don't comment, I'm just gonna say it flat out. Dave, put this part at the beginning, please. I need people to know this. Just splice it at the beginning, scissor. If you give me a DM saying something and it's not in the comments, unfollow you. Unfollow you. That's what I'm gonna do. Put whatever you're DMing me into the comments. I need the engagement. I need it. Thank you so much.